I will start with a small presentation just to brief them about study in UK, and from there we can take their queries.
Yeah.
So I'm sharing my
you can
screen.
write, guys, you can write your queries in a chat box first of all. And if time permits, we will also take audio queries. But first, you can write your queries into chat box.
Okay, I'm sharing my screen with a small presentation just to brief them about study in UK, and from there we can take their queries.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm sharing my
you can write, guys, you can write your queries in a chat box first of all. And if time...
am I audible properly?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Is there any lag in communication? Okay, I'm sharing my screen with a small presentation just to brief them about study in UK, and from there we can take their queries.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm sharing my screen.
Guys, you can...
Right. Shall I start now?
Yes, sir, you can. Please.
Okay, fine. Yeah. So I'm Dr. Chirag. As Mr. Shomesh said that I am working at Devers Hospital as a laparoscopic and GI surgeon. I'm also attached at Parul University as a faculty in surgery. So study in UK, why we are interested to go to UK for further study? Because we have a lot of issues in postgraduate training in India. First of all, there is a bottleneck to get super specialist training in India. Now, after MBBS, you can work as a medical officer at various places. You can work in the insurance company, you can do your own general practice, you can work in a corporate hospital as a medical officer, and gradually you can progress. But as you know, if you want to do something extraordinary in your medical career, then MBBS alone is not enough. You have to have a further postgraduate degree. Now, getting further postgraduate degree, it is little tough in India, as well as very competitive field. So why you are interested in going to UK? Because once you enter into the postgraduate training in UK, you not only have a good quality of life as a postgraduate student, you can earn a lot of good amount of money as well, and the training in UK is very standardized because they train only few chunk of doctors as compared to thousands in India. So as we talk about NEET PG, I think every year 2 lakh students take the exam. Am I right? Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, fine. Yeah, great.
Please go ahead.
So, as I think, roughly around 2 lakh students take NEET exam, while in UK, every year they train 25 to 30,000 doctors. So there is a huge gap in competitiveness as well as quality of doctors which are being produced. So the quality of training is far better as compared to as compared to in India. So you have a lot of advantages. You can not only earn good amount of money, you can get a proper training, and you can also that training is valid in many countries all over the world actually. So your horizon improves dramatically. I think apart from US, you can work literally in each and every country of the world as a practitioner. So that is why we are interested in developing career in UK. Now, if you want to move to UK for training, you have two options. Either you get entry with PLAB exam, or you can get entry without giving PLAB exam. Now, with PLAB exam, you need to have a certain requirement for eligibility to give PLAB exam. That is IELTS exam. So you need to have a minimum score of IELTS exam. Nowadays, it is also called as OET, that is Occupational English Test. So that is much easier than as compared to conventional IELTS exam. So with this score, you become eligible to give PLAB exam. Now, PLAB exam again has two parts, part 1 and part 2. Part 1 is a theoretical exam, which will be like a NEET exam, but it is much easier to crack because there are certain literature available for this PLAB 1 exam, there is a certain protocol for each and every disease in UK. So if you learn those protocols, it is easy to give this PLAB 1 exam. And then PLAB 2 exam, that is a clinical exam, and it is conducted in UK. So PLAB 2 for giving PLAB 2 exam, you have to move to UK, or you have to go to UK and give the exam. And then if you are lucky enough to get a job, then you can continue to stay there. Otherwise, you come back and apply for the job, and whenever you get job, you go to UK. So that's a PLAB exam. And without PLAB exam, you can also get registration with GMC. So basically in UK, any doctor who is registered with General Medical Council can practice in NHS UK. So there actually not a concept of private practice like in India. We don't have in UK. There is no much of private practice, but it's more of a corporate level hospitals, big multi-specialty hospitals where you go and work. That comes under the heading of NHS, that is National Health Scheme. So to work in those hospitals, you need to have a registration with General Medical Council. And the ways to get registration is, one is with the PLAB. Once you clear your PLAB 2, you are eligible for General Medical Council registration. Second way is to register without giving PLAB. But for that, you need to have certain other criteria to fulfill. I will show you that. So you should have 2 to 3 years of relevant work experience. Now, suppose you want to get training in MD medicine, then you should have background in India to work as a medical officer in medical specialty, MD medicine specialty, and you get a good score of IELTS exam, that is more than 7.5 band. And apart from that, you have to have a completion of this MRCP exam. So this is this exam MRCP. This exam again has 2 or 3 components, part A and part B. Part A is consist of theoretical exam and part B consists of practical exam, PACES. We call it PACES. Similar way, the person who is interested in pursuing career in general surgery, he has to have a MRCS exam. So apart from IELTS, we also have to have a postgraduate degree exam, that is MRCP or MRCS. Then only you can become eligible for registration with General Medical Council UK. So there are 2 ways, with PLAB or without PLAB. And again, remember, a person who has attempted PLAB exam but failed cannot take this route of without PLAB exam. It's either or. Once you attempt for PLAB exam, then you can go only through this route with the PLAB exam only. So if you fail once, then you have to try it again if you want to go there. So I will share you certain tips. Why? What are the, once you go to the UK, what are the things which is helpful to you? Like accommodation. Like once you clear your PLAB and get your General Medical Council registration, you are eligible to get job over there. So how you get the job? So first of all, you have to get a clinical attachment into the NHS, one of the NHS hospital, where you get an attachment for 6 to 8 weeks. You are just an observer over there. You try to learn the system, how they work. And once you're satisfied with the observership, you will have to apply for the job. Once you are selected for the job, then you will have a interview. And in the interview, once you successful in interview, then you will get a job. So it takes about 3 to 4 months before you get the first job. So whenever you go to UK to give a PLAB 2 or you go through ODTS scheme, then you have to have some provision of around 6 months to stay in UK, to survive in UK economically as well as professional wise. So those things is important. Once you get a job, then you can get a accommodation easily in the hospital, or you can also get, if hospital accommodation is full, then you can get nearby flats easily. They have provision of single accommodation as well as family accommodation. Then UK is if you plan to go to UK, it's better to go into the summer time, because winters are horrible over there. You might not get to see even sun even for weeks. It's such a cloudy and cold weather in winters. So better to start in summer, and with time you can get acquainted with the weather over there. Regarding medical and health facility, if you have valid visa in UK, then it's a free of cost available through NHS only. So this is also important aspect to cover when you go there. Uh, it's a very vibrant culture in UK. They accept all religion people. So you in a one hospital you will have people coming from different country of all over the world, and they accept all people, those who are eligible to work. Transport facility is also available very nicely over there. Your buses, your train transport, and if you are eligible, you have the license, then you can also have your own car. And cars, you can get a wide range of cars. The second-hand cars also available. So with minimum like £1,000, you can get a good car for initial phase. Once you are settled, then you can have, so I think I will show you how the salary structure in UK. Right. So this web, I just took it from the website from UK. So junior doctor pay scale. So once you are eligible, you go to UK and you are eligible for General Medical Council registration. You get your job. First job you start with after MBBS you start with the foundation year 1 doctor. So that is equivalent to internship doctor in India. Then you go to foundation year 2 doctor. So first 2 years you spend in foundation year doctor as a foundation year doctor. So there you can see the starting salary is from 28,000 onwards. So that's the annual package you get. So during these first 2 years, you get to rotate through various specialities like general practice, psychiatry, surgery, medicine, all the specialties of your choice, you can rotate through for the first 2 years. During this rotation, you plan yourself to enter into the subspecialty. So if you decided to have career in surgery, then in your next job will be CT1, CT2, CT3 level job. So that is a surgical specialty registrar core training job. So if you want to become a surgeon, Then you choose CT1, CT2 job in the field of surgery. If you want to become a physician, you choose CT1, CT2, CT3 job in the field of medicine. So first 2 years you go through rotation, you try to decide your career in the field of either medicine or surgery, and then you do choose your rotation according to core surgical training according to your choice. So once you go through this training, core surgical training or core medical training, you apply again for a specialist run through program, or it's called as a SPR rotation program, or it is also called as higher training program. So for that, actually this after MBBS, if you go there first 3 years, it's easy to get a job. The junior level job is easy to get, but then after that there is a little bottleneck here again to get a specialist registrar job, because it's a highly competitive field. Like either you take a surgery or medicine, you have to again apply, you again have to compete with others, and then get your career into the specialty of your choice. So that is how it works over there. So initial 4 to 5 years you spend in getting basic training and degree, and after that you go into the specialist registrar training program, where you spend, depending on the field, you spend either you, if you choose to become a general practitioner, then you spend only 3 years of specialist training and you become a general practitioner. If you want to become a physician, then you spend almost 6 years and you become a general physician. But if you want to become a surgeon, then you have to spend another 8 years. Then you become a specialist surgeon, and then you can practice as a consultant. So this is a pathway to get into the consultant post in UK. Now with my experience, after 5 junior doctor migrates to UK, 3 stays back into the UK, 2 migrate further, either they go to US, Australia, or come back to India. 3 stays back in UK, and of them,
You mentor one.
20% become general practitioner, and 30% remaining person, they become consultant, either physician, surgeon, depending on their choice. So this is a grossly the work, the training period. During a training period, it's not like in India that you get a small amount of stipend, but during training period in UK, you can get a good handsome amount of salary as well. It is once you get into this training program, it is easy for you to survive over there. In fact, you can have your family as well over there, and you can purchase your house, you can do all those, you can do investment as well over there, because this is a good amount of money you get. 49,000 is a good amount, 50,000 is a good amount of money you get, and of which you can save up to 20,000 per year. These are other norms of salary structure they follow. But yeah, here you can see, once you become a consultant, you can see here, once you become a consultant, your salary is around 75,000 onwards. You can go up to 1 lakh pound per year. Right. So this is overall overview of career in UK. We can take your queries now.
So, sir, thank you very much. This is there are few queries I got. One student is asking about ISLAB. as this seminar is arranged for us, ISLAB exam is for us also. Am I right, sir? So I think that she is asking about PLAB only.
See,
One student is asking how many students apply for PLAB and how much seats do PLAB have?
yeah, nowadays lot of people are applying for PLAB exams, but difficult to get dates. Yeah, some people choose center even in nearby country. Either you go to Singapore or Australia. Some people going to Australia to give PLAB because India there is a lot of waiting period.
Okay, so this PLAB is happening at Promatic centers.
It is not. It is happening at only particular centers only. Which is advertised by General Medical Council, and it doesn't happen daily. It's like once in 3 months, something like that.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Am I audible? Sir,
Yes.
is PLAB as tough as USMLE? I mean, the difficulty level.
See, PLAB is much easier than any other, entrance test. After MBBS, if you are good at cracking NEET, then PLAB is very easy for you.
Can you show me any data related to this?
No, I don't have that data in my hand right now. But the thing is, there is a very fixed study material for PLAB. And if you go through those material, then it should be easy for you to clear them.
So one student is asking a very reasonable question, like, if they want to write PLAB, so do they must have license in India to practice in India?
I think you should have MBBS done from the WHO recognized university. That is a basic criteria. So that is one thing. And I think you should have completed internship before you take a PLAB.
Okay.
Because they ask for degree certificate.
So the student must have a degree certificate.
Yeah.
Okay. They have license or to practice or not, that doesn't matter.
Yeah. But once you get a degree certificate, then again you can have a provisional registration of India anyway in India to practice in India.
Yes.
So
okay. So it is clear, students, that if you are studying in any foreign medical university and you want to give directly PLAB and you do not want to give FMG, which is for getting license in India, you do not require to write FMG. You do not require a full registration of India to write PLAB or go ahead with PLAB process.
Yes, definitely. But you cannot give exam during your MBBS years,
Yes, you cannot.
That is, once you have to clear MBBS, then only you are eligible
to give PLAB 1.
Yeah, PLAB 1. Yeah.
And I think that you cannot give PLAB 1 before you get a eligible score in IELTS or OET.
That's true. That's true. So if someone is keen, then he can crack IELTS before passing MBBS as well, because the score is valid for 2 years or so. So within that time, he can clear MBBS, and then after that, or during internship, actually, they can clear IELTS first. And once they become eligible, they can take PLAB exam.
Okay. And I think that it is also true that there is only, you must have only 3 years in between PLAB 1 and PLAB 2.
Yeah, otherwise you have to give PLAB again. Yeah, that's true.
PLAB 1 again.
PLAB 1 again, yeah.
Okay. And what is the, I think that for IELTS, I think 7.5 is sufficient, right? Aggregate.
Yeah.
Score.
That's right. Yeah. Actually, 7 is okay.
Okay.
For IELTS, 7 is okay if you are taking PLAB route. If you are taking a non-PLAB route, that means if you have done a MRCP or MRCS exam, and then without PLAB, if you want to go to UK, then 7.5 is essential and 7 band in each module of IELTS.
Okay. So, can you, sir, please again repeat the process to go with MRCP process?
Yeah, it's called ODTS. So it's the Overseas Doctors Training Program or the Doctors Training Scheme. So in which, generally those who have completed post-graduation in India, like
Okay.
MS or MD, they have already done.
Hmm.
And also they have completed a postgraduate exam of UK, like MRCP or MRCS. They are eligible for this scheme.
Okay.
So, for them, IELTS score of 7.5 is essential.
Okay.
So, those who want to have roots in both the country, like some people may, like me, want to come back after getting training in UK. So they have already have postgraduate degree in India, and they will also acquire postgraduate degree in UK. Then they will have option of practicing in either country. They may practice in UK if they are like happy to spend life over there. If they find that their life is not suitable to them, they have some social commitment and they have to come back to India, then they have a postgraduate degree in India already, so they can practice straight away. So some people does like that as well.
Okay. And how is the idea, like they go to UK on a student visa to do some course like hospital management or non-clinical course, and at the same duration they prepare themselves for PLAB 1 and PLAB 2, and being there only they write PLAB and then go ahead with their clinical side. How is that idea?
They can do like that, but it depends on which college, which course, what course they are doing. If they have a lot of commitment to go through that course, like they have commitment to attend the college and study for that particular course as well, then it is difficult because they have to study for PLAB. And again, it is very costly affair as well, I think, because they have to pay for this tuition fees, student visa, and all those things. So if he is a MBBS from India, then this is the best thing to give IELTS and PLAB 1 from here only. Because generally what happens, we go there to give PLAB 2 and straight away then go into the clinical attachment, through which we get a job within 6 months. So then you have to survive only for 6 months over there, because the life expenditure is costly. Like you have to have at least 500 pounds a month minimum expenditure.
Very true.
And accommodation cost is also there. So you need at least 800 pounds for survival.
So like in US, when students do their post-graduation, so they get stipend.
Yeah.
Okay. And depending on the city they are, so the cost of living decides their stipend. So the same happens in UK also?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Once you are registered with General Medical Council and you get a job or you get a training job, means, foundation year 1. So you get your starting payment is 30,000,
Okay, 30,000 pound a month.
No, yearly package.
Yearly package. Okay,
so for month you will get 2,200 onwards. So it is very enough for survival, because your expenditure is around 800,000 pounds.
True.
Okay to survive.
And the course would be in between 2 to 3 years or more?
No, that's what I explained you. It's a long route of training over there. So first 2 years you spend in a foundation year training. Then another 3 years you do core surgical training or core medical training. So 5 years gone like that. After that you enter into the specialist training program. That is run for either, if you want to do a general practice over there, then it will be for 3 years. If you want to become a physician, then it will be for 6 years. If you want to become a surgeon, then it will be 8 years. So in total, it will be around 12 to 13 years of training program. After that, you become a consultant. So it's a long route, but at the same time, the salary structure is very good. So you don't have to bother about income or something like that.
Yeah, true.
So your
It's,
life is good anyway.
Earning and learning side by side as well.
Yeah, both things going on together.
One of the students is asking about how much tax they deduct.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question because this deduction range is between 20 to 40%. So if your income is beyond 40,000, then 40%, almost 40% is deducted. So you are in the higher range of deduction of tax. So in your hand, it is 40% less. So if your salary is 50,000, then you get 30 to 35,000 in your hand.
True. So one student is asking, sir, how about our clerkship? Would it be considered as internship over there, or we have to go through 1 year internship in India? So Jeel, just like you have done your medicine, so if you got your degree certificate, that you got your MD degree certificate, that means that you have done your internship. Okay, so that is sufficient. After that, you do not require to do any internship. Am I right, sir?
Yeah, actually, there is no concept of internship like that in UK. It's like it starts with foundation year training program. So you have to aim for training program rather than there is also non-training job available in UK. So non-training jobs are like fillers. So those programs who are vacant, not being occupied by any local graduate, that training program goes into the non-training jobs or called as locum jobs. So those can be achievable. Those jobs can be done, but better to go into the training program. So I would recommend a person who would like to pursue career in UK should straight away go to UK rather than wasting time in doing post-graduation in India. But those people who want to stay in UK forever, the person who would like to have foot into both the country, either in UK and India, not sure at present whether they would like to stay back in UK or not, they should do a post-graduation in India and then go to the UK.
So it is clear, all students, that you do not require to do when you come back to India after getting your undergraduate degree, medical degree from any foreign university. If you come back to India, then you do not require to do Indian internship or Indian FMG exam, or you do not require Indian license also. One thing is very clear. Now, one student is asking, if I pass PLAB, then can I do practice in India? No. PLAB is for UK. If you want to practice in India, then you need to get license from NMC, and that only through FMG exam. Another question is coming, for PLAB 2, we have to stay in UK for how much time? Yeah, because this is happening only in UK.
So for PLAB 2, generally it's a clinical exam. So you have to get certain training to give that exam, right? So what we did like we went a month before the exam date. There are certain courses going on in UK, how to appear for PLAB 2 exam for Indian students. So you attend that course for a month or so, you get training to give the exam, and then you can give the exam. So about a month you should have provision for PLAB 2. Okay. So once you clear PLAB 2, then it's up to you how you want to survive over there, what you want to do over there. Whether you would like to continue there and get that job and continue your career in UK. Because after doing PLAB 2, you become eligible for General Medical Council registration. That doesn't mean that you will get a job straight away. For job, you have to compete with others. So that's a critical time period which you have to spend. But generally speaking, junior jobs are easy to get.
Okay.
And one thing I want to add, what they were asking about eligibility to work in India. So if you don't have postgraduate degree in India, but if you have fellowship in you from UK, like fellowship in surgery means you have completed all the surgical training years in UK, all the medical training years in UK, and you have become a fellow of Royal College of UK, then that is equivalent to MD or MS in India. So with that you can get specialist registration in India.
Right.
You can practice.
So one question is coming like USMLE, like USMLE, is PLAB recognized in other countries as well, UAE, Singapore to be specific? Do we need to give a separate examination to practice in these countries?
Yes, PLAB is just for registration with General Medical Council UK. If you have, as I said, if you have fellowship degree from UK, that is after completion of 10-12 years of training, you get fellowship. That is recognized all over the world. Apart from US, it's not only in US it is not recognized. Otherwise, you can work in Canada, Australia, Middle East, Singapore, India, all the country accept degree.
One question is this, that is our primary medical qualification is accepted as English language?
Yes, we do have, but we need to get a certificate from our college itself that our curriculum was in English.
Okay, then they do not require to do OET, I think.
I don't think so, but OET you have to do it. Even that's only certificate.
Actually, it is having something like there are few universities across globe are exempted from OET. Yeah, Shaunak, you can search on this PLAB website. I think that Angeles University Foundation is also exempted. I have read it 1 or 2 years before. I have some link also. I will search and share with all of you. Can a person with postgraduate degree in UK only and not in India come back and practice in India? Can a person with postgraduate degree in UK only and not in India and practice in India? Yes, sir already informed about it.
Yeah, they have to formally register with NMC in India, which is acceptable, because we have treaty with UK. But unfortunately, they don't recognize our postgraduate degree. We have to go through study over there.
Yeah, so one question is coming. Hello, sir. As I read, for PLAB, we need to have an IELTS band of 7.0 in each section, and OPTHA average of all that 4 sections should be 7.5. Yes, you are right. Also, the eligibility of PLAB 1 expires in 2 years. No, eligibility of PLAB 1 expires in 3 years. You have to complete your PLAB 2 within 3 years. Right, sir?
Yes.
One student is asking, how do we get selected for going into certain core training program?
Yeah, so for that you need to build your CV, right? So there is a foundation year training program for 2 years, in which you will get rotated through various specialty, that is accident, emergency, medicine, surgery. If you are lucky, then you can go through orthopedic, gastro, all those specialty. During those 2 years, you will have a mentor with you. You will have you will assign to a PG teacher, something like that, which you will keep on auditing. You keep on having appraisal with that guy, that consultant, and you will show your interest to that consultant that I want to become a physician or I want to become a surgeon. On those background, they will assign you with the audit projects. So some things like a paper publication or academics, you have to go through all those 2 years is like a all those kind of a study and showing your interest towards the specialty training. So then you will have you apply for again you have to apply you have to apply for core training program, and they will call you for interview, and during interview they will see your portfolio and your knowledge about this particular specialty, and then they will select you for core training program. So it's not like straight away you will go into that program. Sometimes there is a you may fail once not to get this program, then you do some locum jobs or you do some non-training job, and after that you apply again for this kind of a core training program, and then you can get selected. And all those things you need a visa as well to working. So that is aspect which I haven't covered actually, because I am not sure what is current status of visa over there. But once you get a job, you should get a tier 4 visa, I think.
True.
That's called work permit. So
True.
that you have to keep on renewing all the time.
True. And one question is visa requirement for PLAB 2. So that will be just a tourist visa. You can
Yes.
go on tourist visa to give PLAB 2.
Yeah.
One question is coming, sir, after practicing in UK for some years, if one wants to return, what is the procedure?
So the procedure is nothing but you have to get registered with MCI in India for practice. So as I mentioned, a person who is not sure whether he want to stay back in UK or doesn't want to come back to India or want to come back to India, then he should have a postgraduate degree in India as well. Or else you get a complete training in UK, get your fellowship, and then you come back so that you can practice in India as a consultant. Otherwise, Indian as a medical officer, you can practice here as an MBBS doctor. You can practice anyway.
Another question is, what is the estimated initial funding required, including OET plus PLAB plus visa? So,
I'm not sure about PLAB fees right now and not sure about visa fees, but I will, as I mentioned, you require at least 800 pounds a month for living a good standard life in UK. For a sharing single accommodation, I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Up to 500 to 800 pounds is required per
It's
month.
a living cost per month in
As a
UK.
living cost, yeah.
And PLAB is around $850. And OET or IELTS you can give from India. It is 15,000 Indian rupees right now, IELTS. And we also have a coaching facility for IELTS at Mentor. So you can join IELTS batches, which is offline and online are available. So the investment initially is around $1,000. If you want that, okay, let's try for PLAB 1. So the initial budget is around $1,000, which includes your PLAB fees and IELTS fees, and maybe you can prepare for PLAB 1 from, there are some online portals are available where you can prepare for PLAB 1. So it is $1,000 or $1,200 is sufficient investment in Indian rupees, 70, 80, 90,000 rupees is a initial budget you must have. And obviously you should be academically very strong.
Maybe 1,000 pounds rather than dollar, eh?
Yes.
Because there's a difference.
Yes, correct. What is approximately expense in UK? So already sir explained about the cost. If I choose to do the 8-year program of specialization in surgery, for example, orthopedic surgeon, is that equivalent to a surgeon in India as well, or do we need to give exam first?
Right, that's what the question I was answering. That you have to complete whole training of 8 years, and you should have a fellowship degree. So after completion of training, there is a fellowship degree. So once you clear your fellowship degree, that is valid in India. So you on that basis, you can register with MCI in India and you can practice. You don't have to give any exam. So currently there is no exam. In future, we don't know.
Another question is coming. What is the procedure for fellowship?
As I mentioned, you have to go through whole training, core surgical training, then specialist training. After that, you have to appear for the exam. There is a structured exam for fellowship as well. Like FRCS, there is a structured exam. Same like, PLAB 1, PLAB 2 is like FRCS 1, 2, then clinical exam, and then you are awarded degree of fellowship.
So, sir, what these students need to do, get into trainings? Like they need to pay to the hospitals over there, obviously?
No, it's not like that. NHS will sponsor all the training funds.
Okay.
So you need to have, but you need to have a very strong academics. Because they want the quality doctor for their own people. So they are not training you, they are not giving you degree to practice in India or Australia. Their aim is to train you to practice in NHS UK only. So it's a very structured training. There is a documentation of each and every skill you acquire. So as a surgical trainee, if I want to get expertise in performing appendectomy surgery, so first of all, what will happen? The 10 appendectomy surgery, I will just assist to my consultant, right? During first year of or second year of training. Then after that, he will teach me how to perform the surgery, hands-on, he will give me hands-on training. After that, I will start performing under his presence in the operation theater. Another 10, 20 procedure of appendix. After that, I will perform procedure when he's on call. Like he's not in the hospital, but he's on call. If I could perform like this up to 50 procedures, then I will be certified to perform appendectomy procedure. So that's a part of a training, and there is a documentation of each and every conversation happens between mentor and trainer. So that is how it works.
One question is coming. So hope you have time. Like we have around 20 more questions.
20 more questions.
I think that lot of our repeats only.
Uh-huh.
Let me try. Let's take it fast. Could we just complete CT and practice medicine in India or UK without taking part in ST program?
No, that is not a valid degree, because you complete CT and you have MRCP, but you don't have FRCP. Fellowship degree is only recognized by Indian government. So for FRCP, you have to go through that specialist training program again. Obviously, you can either come back to India and do your MD again. I mean, you can do your postgraduate degree in India, or you move to Australia and do fellowship in Australian board exam. You can do like that, but that is not a core training is not the consultant job. You won't get a consultant job.
One doubt: if I want to go to the surgery line, and after specializing for 8 years, will I only be a consultant and cannot perform surgeries?
Now, obviously, you are consultant to perform surgery. So if you are surgical training, as I mentioned, once I will do 50 procedure of appendix, then only I will be certified to perform appendectomy. So that is one operation. During whole career, you will exposed to all kind of surgeries, and you become a specialized surgeon. So first 4 years is for general surgery, and next 4 years you will become a specialized surgeon, either upper GI surgeon or a urologist or a colorectal surgeon or a neurosurgeon, depending on your expertise, your choice. your academic performance, you will get break into those kind of specialties.
Very interesting question is coming. Sir, can you tell about your journey to practice medicine in UK so we can have experience of the whole process? Yeah, I think that is must needed, and that will suffice lot of questions, I think.
Right. So that's a long journey anyway, but I will try to cut short. Like once I completed my MS in general surgery, then I realized that there is a lot of competition is in there in India, and I needed funding to establish my practice in India. And also as a surgeon, I was I'm talking about year 2002, where I got my MS in general surgery. So once I got a degree of MS, it was general surgery degree. It was not a specialized degree which I got. So for doing specialized degree, it was very tough for me to get into the post MCH programs. And I had main interest in performing laparoscopic procedures. So that was a not very well established in India, but in UK it was very well established. So I got motivated to migrate to UK for further training, because there are a lot of advantages. You get training as well as you get funding. You can have a good salary over there. So for 2 years, I prepared myself to go to UK. I did my IELTS, I did my PLAB 1, and then went to UK in 2004, where initially I gave PLAB 2, got my clinical attachment over there. And after 6 months of clinical attachment, I got my first break as a SHO in general surgery, senior. That is a specialist. That is a core training, which they call nowadays core training job. So that I got, and after that I got my registrar job, middle grade job. I did. I spent almost 7 years over there like that. But during that time period, I got a lot of training in laparoscopic procedures and gastric surgical procedures. And ultimately, I got a break for getting fellowship in bariatric surgery. So I did that for 1 year, and I got fellowship through Royal College of Surgeons in England. After completing all my this training, I had a family, and it was little difficult for me to cope with the family life in UK, because my wife is a doctor. She's Dr. Nehal. She's gynecologist. She also registered NHS practitioner, and we both work in NHS for some years. Then we had a little difficulty in managing our family life over there, so we migrated back to India for social commitments, for family commitments, and also we never wanted to stay back in UK. We went there for getting good further training, and which we achieved, and we came back to India. So that is how we could have. We are still registered with General Medical Council. So one of the slide I actually forgot to show my achievements. Like I am also registered with General Medical Council currently, but I have my license. I have actually deactivated my license right now. And if I want to go back to UK and practice over there, then within a month I can activate my license. That is one thing. And I don't have visa issues as well, so I can go and work easily over there. So same thing you can also achieve. So any more questions we have?
Okay, I take last question. If that is a unique for PLAB 2 training, do you recommend getting into coaching in UK?
Yes, absolutely. Because PLAB 2 exam is little different. It's a clinical exam, and the way you present is little different in UK. So you have to learn those tactics to clear the exam. Because it's a clinical exam, you will have during in a exam cubicle, you will have a examiner who will uh, act like a patient. So he will tell you the question in a way like, I am having an ectopic pregnancy, and you explain me, you are planning to perform a surgery on me, and you take my consent, something like that. He will give you a task, and then he or she will behave like a patient. So you have to explain that patient what is ectopic pregnancy, what are the risks of carrying this pregnancy, what are the complications can happen, what is the surgical options for the ectopic pregnancy, what are the complications can happen from the surgery, all those things. So it's basically more of a acting procedure. So that you need to learn. Actually, it's better to take a coaching and then go for the exam.
So I think that it is an ocean of knowledge, and that the most important thing which I think that we as a student got, that the inspiration that there is a way to grow, and when already NHS and GMC has created a pathway of PLAB, then every student who is aspired to growing ahead in their professional journey, they should go ahead, they should fight, they should take this challenge. And why not? Like, why not we serve as a doctor globally and enhance our professional life and our professional capacity. So I will not take much time, Dr. Chirag. Thank you very much. I know that your OPD is going to start now. I know that you are one of the most busiest surgeon in Vadodara, and you take up this time for my students. I'm in debt, and thank you very much. And my students really are very happy after this, and I know that there are a lot of students are now aspiring for giving PLAB, and I will keep in touch, sir, and I will keep you posted about the progress.
Definitely. So it is really pleasure to come to this platform. Actually, for long years, I was thinking about sharing my knowledge to students and motivate them to get the foreign degree, to go to UK. We can be instrumental in helping them out as well. And so if they have any particular queries, they can come through you, and we can also help them and guide them personally as well. And really, I'm thankful for this platform you have given me, and really enjoyed session today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. 100 thanks from all these students, because they are going to circulate this information among 1,000 other students also.
Yes.
And this is, we have started as a seed, but definitely you will see out of these students, many will be working in in UK and make us proud.
Great. Hope so.
I'm getting a lot of appreciation words for you. I will share those with you.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir, for your time. Thank you. Okay, students, enjoy. See you. Take care.